The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Meeple Realty. Hello and welcome to another special episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad, and today we've got a really kind of a different show for you. This is the first that we've ever done on inserts. Now, we happen to have the Carson City Saloon insert from Meeple Realty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that together, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts and a review on it. So let's take a look, and I'm going to kind of show you some work in progress as the video goes along, and then I'll give you my final review at the end. So first things first, I have to admit that I've never actually put together one of these purchased inserts, either from Meeple Realty or any other company. So not really sure how this is going to go, but I'm going to go ahead and open it up and show you everything that comes in it. So you can see what we have. So you can see we have the bank and shows the denominations across there. In fact, these are ready to pop out there. A new beginning. Buildings. Outlaw. Might is right. Whoops. So I'll flip this around here. So you can see that's for the horses. Not sure what the tape is for there, unless it come loose and they put it there to hold it in place. Oh, pieces that are falling out. I'll set that aside, but you can see the ones we've got here. And that just pops right off. And same with this. And then we have the assembly instructions here, so very important. Okay, this is step 2. You can see that on the instruction sheet there. This went together fairly well, except for the edges, because there's these little notches where you see those little dividers. Had a little tough time getting those to actually fit in, but with the help of a small hammer, everything seems to be well in place right now. So that's not too bad. So again, step 3, the ends were a little tricky to get into because you can see there's all these little grooves that you've got to get aligned just right. But once you do and you use the small hammer, then they should actually fit together fairly well. So I will say that after you have put together a few of these boxes, putting on the sides is still the most challenging, but it definitely gets a lot easier. All right, so for this step, it is the player Cowboy boxes, and I've got 5 more to go, so I'm only going to show you this one. But I do want to point out that when you open these, the printing is going to be on the inside of these. So it doesn't really say that in the instructions, and I thought that was kind of odd that that would get put in the bottom of the box, but I do want to point that out that yes, when you are done, you will have all the printed stuff inside of the player boxes. So this is one of the problems of these bendy pieces here. Mine actually popped and split when I was putting this piece on, so you're going to have to be careful with that. So here are all the components put together. It probably took me about 2 hours to assemble this whole thing, and that was mainly because this is the first insert I've done. I know Meeple Realty's website says 45 minutes. I would say that that is optimistic, but maybe the people that put these together all the time, it's no big deal. They know what they're doing and they can knock it out really quick. But I will say that I am impressed with this insert. The only casualty was one of the player boxes. The little curved part popped, but that's really kind of a minor thing. I'll show you again. See, it got kind of a hole there, but that's not really that big of a deal. Some of the things were snug. I never had to sand anything. Everything kind of fit together. Did use a small hammer in order to hammer things in place. Did not use any glue. Everything is so tight, I do not see anything coming apart. The only problem I have with the tightness is on the tops of these, the boxes for the player pieces. Those are pretty tight, so I'm hoping that over time that those come on and come off, that it kind of loosens that up a little bit. And I guess I could sand down like these parts here, but it's really a minor thing. I think everything is really good. You know, the wood, it's not really, you know, I remember balsa from my old miniature rocket days. This is sturdier than that. Never had any problem punching any of the pieces out of the punch boards. I like how they've got, you know, the etched writing on these, so it looks really cool. So now the only thing left to do is to really fill this up with all the components in Carson City Big Box. So I'm going to save that for our unboxing video of Carson City, so then you can see everything all together. But I just wanted to show you everything for the Meeple Realty insert. So I highly recommend this if you have it, because just having things in the box for Carson City Big Box is kind of a mess. So I think if you don't really get into inserts, this is the one to get. So I will catch you guys next time. If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.